Coming to you from the Carwine Auditorium in the Milgard School of Business at the Tacoma campus of the University of Washington, I'm Stan Emmert. Is there an industry that does more in the community than banks? We're going to find out with Rich Bennion, the Executive Vice President of HomeStreet Bank here in the Puget Sound. Rich, is that true? Do banks do more work in the community than anybody else?
Of course, I'm a little bit biased. And I can't give you a definitive answer to that, but I will say that banks do have for decades and still do have a very strong record in community service. And it makes sense. And I speak from my own experience in our company. We are a consumer-facing organization, and we are consumer-facing businesses, whether it's taking deposits from consumers and providing consumers with products and services, or whether it is serving businesses.
You talked about community involvement, and one aspect of your community involvement is to serve on the Milgard School of Business Advisory Board.
Yes.
Why do you do that?
Well, there are a number of reasons, and probably starting with the fact that I like kids. And I have 3 children of my own, and they all went to college. I saw what blessing in their lives that was. It's a good way to put it. That's the way I think about it. And I believe in higher education and what it can do for an individual that's lasting. It's life-changing. I personally believe in the University of Washington, Tacoma, and what it can do and does do for kids, and I have the support of my employer to dedicate the time and resources to it. One of the things that energizes me to serve in some capacity at UW-Tacoma is that it is a commuter school that is accessible to a lot of students who are bright and motivated and capable, but who may not have the family or personal resources to go somewhere else to school. They need to go to school where they can live at home and maybe work at the same time. The UW-Tacoma provides that, and I believe in its mission. I see it as a tremendous engine for social and economic change and growth in the South Sound, which includes Pierce County, Thurston County. I just think that it has a tremendous impact already. It's a young institution, and it's already had a tremendous impact on the greater Tacoma area and Pierce County.
How so? Yes, this incredible campus is just gorgeous here in the downtown of Tacoma.
It has transformed the south end of downtown Tacoma. I can remember when this part of town, we're speaking here on campus, was just a bunch of derelict buildings, and nobody was down here, and it was kind of dangerous at night and so forth. There were no shops or restaurants or anything else, let alone a university. Now it's busy, there's all kinds of activity, the buildings are beautiful, the Prairie Line Trail and all of that it's a beautiful civic amenity where a lot of good things are happening. University of Washington / YMCA activities building is a fantastic amenity for downtown and for the city. And so physically, it's had a transformative effect already on this end of downtown. Think of the next 25 years. Early on, it was more people who had been out of school for a while and they came back to college, either to start college or to finish college. And I know of people who have been able to go on from that and get jobs, employment that they would not otherwise have had access to.
What I think I'm hearing you say then is that the The university in general has a very strong economic impact directly, but it also has that secondary impact, which is even bigger because of the people who it educates and what they're able to do with their lives. The Milgard School of Business, let's just talk about business itself.
Okay.
What's the impact, do you think, on the South Sound?
The Milgard School of Business, the university as a whole, but specifically speaking of the Milgard School of Business, will educate, it is in the process of, and will continue to provide a first-rate business education to young people that they are then able to take to employers in the South Sound. More businesses will locate here. One of the things that businesses look for when they make decisions about where to locate is there a trained and capable workforce? Historically, most kids went away to college and then didn't come back. Well, they're here, that will attract more businesses, and that's happening, and it'll continue to happen. Some of the students that graduate from here will start their own businesses. Maybe not immediately after school, but at some point they will start businesses, and they like it here, they'll stay here. One of the things that I think will drive that, and already is that it's getting so expensive in Seattle and King County. And you see that happening in the housing market today. More and more people are moving south because homes are more affordable in Tacoma and Pierce County. Some of those people will get tired of the commute. Some businesses that are located in King County will decide we can rent office space, less expensive office space in the South Sound, and there is an able workforce there that we can draw from.
Seems like you've already touched on it, but let's look ahead 5 years, maybe 10 years down the road, as HomeStreet has maintained itself and grown and has watched the transformation of Tacoma to what it is today. What do you think is going to happen 10 years from now? Is the business environment going to be even more?
Oh, I think so, definitely. We have here in Tacoma a major port, and we still have a significant manufacturing sector and a growing tech sector. We've got healthcare. The university itself provides jobs, and I just see that trend continuing. HomeStreet has been in Tacoma since 1972. At that time, we were a mortgage company, and we always liked the housing market here. Well, it's much stronger now, and we are attracted to Tacoma and Pierce County in that part of our business because there's more available land, and the costs of new construction are less than in King County. And so I see that continuing, even though inevitably as this happens, you know, housing prices will rise here as well. Our company does mortgages, we do consumer loans and business loans, commercial loans, and so forth. We see the potential here, or it's not potential, it's the future over the next 5, 10, 20 years to be great here.
HomeStreet, Tacoma, University of Washington, Milgard School, all growing together.
That's right.
Thank you very much for being with us, Rich.
Thank you, Stan. It's a pleasure to be here.